What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be doing the good and bad video for Maggie Green, or Maggie Ree, whichever one you want to kind of consider her as. This one's going to be doing the good and bad of Maggie from The Walking Dead.
We've silenced the whispers.
Okay, guys, so this is going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today. Of course, this one's going to be doing the good and bad video of Maggie Green or Maggie Ree from The Walking Dead. So, really cool stuff. I was really excited to do this one, of course, probably one of the most important characters in The Walking Dead. So, definitely, you know, a very good one for this one. Now, this one was suggested by Epic Zombie Killer, so everybody go subscribe to Epic Zombie Killer, the one who suggested this this video for today. Now, the good and bad of Maggie. So, you know, I really love Maggie's character. I'm going to start with saying that. I really do love her character. I'm not as... I don't really like what she's been doing recently as much as her character a couple seasons ago, you know? But I do like her character. I think that she's a really cool character. I really like kind of what they've done with her, but I don't like what they did with her in Season 9. And I know a lot of people can probably agree with me on that, you know? But I do love her character, and I'm really excited to see her return in Season 10 finale, because I really think that the show really needs her right now. It really does, because, you know, I mean... You don't have Michonne anymore. Carol's acting like an idiot. I mean, and you'd have, like, the roster isn't that big. So having Maggie return, and maybe even Eduardo and a few others as well, you know, it's going to be cool to see. So yeah, but, you know, I have to say that Maggie's character is a character that has done a lot of good decisions in the show. She's definitely had a few bad decisions, and, you know, we're going to go over that. But overall, I really like her character. So, let's get started, and let's talk about Maggie in Season 2. So, of course, this is when we get to see her and Glenn kind of start to have a little bit of a relationship, and she kind of, we have the pharmacy scene and all that kind of stuff, and she even gets mad at Lori at one part, too, because she almost gets eaten by a walker at the pharmacy, and then she kind of takes her anger out on Lori, if you guys remember that. We got your stuff right here, you know, and she's like, we're not your errand boys, you know. But I mean, you can understand, she just got, like, attacked by a zombie, and it was all because of Lori and her pregnancy issues. So anyway, so we got that, but basically, so that was kind of funny. But anyway, we get to see Glenn and Maggie. She apparently told Glenn that she loves him or whatever, and that was not, I don't even think that was a scene where she said, I love you. I think that it was just, like Glenn said, Maggie says she loves me, but I just stood there like a jerk and I didn't say anything, right? So, and I like how Rick's like, something we don't get enough of these days, enjoy it, you know, and it's not like she's going anywhere. So that was kind of a cool scene between Glenn and Rick later on. So, basically, they go to the bar and all that kind of stuff. Glenn does that for Maggie to get her father back. And I love how Glenn, I know we're talking about Maggie here, but I love how Glenn told Rick or whatever, like, he's like, so what do we do? Just wait for him to pass out, right? He's just go, you know? So if you guys remember that. Yeah, so anyway, we got Maggie and Glenn, who kind of, their relationship through the second season, you know, they get knocked off the farm, blah, 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 and basically, when they're kind of separate from everybody else, and it's just Maggie and Glenn in the car, he says that I love you, Maggie, and all that kind of stuff, and blah, blah, blah. So there's that. So the beginning of the relationship between them. So, we get to see the prison stuff. We get to see Maggie get a really tough around this time. Even the neck kill, right, like up the neck or whatever. And she's like, see that, you know, and I mean it's pretty cool. And I like how she kills the one walker with the neck, like with the knife, like up the neck or whatever. And she's like, see that? And then every other walker kill you see her do, it's up the neck. Like she's just like, this is working for me, so I'm gonna just keep doing that, you know. So yeah, but we get to see her, of course, deliver the baby with Lori. So that was definitely a good decision to kind of to cut Lori open, because, you know, even though it was brutal, it's the way that Judith really was able to come out at all. And you know, Maggie was pretty brave to cut Lori open like that and get the baby out and do all that stuff. Maggie, very good decision right there to get the baby out and do all the stuff she did. And I'm sure that kind of traumatized her a little bit as well. Anybody would be traumatized from having to do something like that. So, really cool stuff. You could, you know, pretty much say that Maggie saved, you know, Judith, really, and helped her, you know, be born, right? So, there is that. But we get to see her in season 3 just really tough. Like, Maggie in season 2 versus Maggie in season 3, she really changes in season 3. She's a lot more tougher. We get to see her and Glenn go on the run, of course, and they get captured by Merle, which definitely really starts the whole fight with Woodbury, of course. And, they do get out, Rick and the others get out, but of course Maggie almost gets raped by the governor. Which was kind of a hard scene to watch, but yeah, there's that. So we get to see Maggie and Glenn get out, Rick and them break them out pretty much, and she's back to prison with everybody else. They're planning, they don't know what to do, and all that kind of stuff. They're trying to find a way to fight back against the governor, and I really like the proposal between where Glenn asks Maggie to marry him, basically, and she says yes. Well, actually, she doesn't even ask. He just puts the ring in her hand. She's like, yes, so, but I liked it. I thought it was cool, and, I guess, we never really saw a wedding with Maggie and Glenn. I guess we just kind of have to assume that it's just official just right after she puts the ring on her finger, that they're just married, Now, another thing Maggie did in season 3 that was really awesome, a very good decision from her, is staying back at the prison with Glenn and firing the machine guns in the armor and everything against the governor in the season 3 finale. That was really awesome. So I really like that as well. Now, we also get to see in season 4, after the time skip, they think that she's pregnant. It doesn't end up happening. She's not pregnant. Glenn gets sick, and we have all the stuff that goes down there. Of course, she really helps out Rick a lot. She's helping with the fence and stuff. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff that goes down around that time. Of course, she gets separated in the fight when the governor attacks the prison and stuff like that. She's just with Bob and Sasha. She kind of basically wants to go look for Glenn in the bus, of course. She doesn't find him. There is a zombie that was in the bus, though, if you guys remember, that looked a lot like Glenn. And I remember, I'm just like, please do not tell me they're about to kill off Glenn like this, because that would not be good. So basically, it wasn't Glenn in the bus. It was some other random dude that had a black shirt on that looked like Glenn from behind a little bit, And basically, we get to see Maggie kind of, continue to look for Glenn for a lot of the episodes, even, putting Walker blood all over her and writing signs, go to Terminus, Maggie, Sasha, Bob, and all that kind of stuff. She even leaves Sasha and Bob for a little bit because Sasha is just, being kind of stubborn and wants to just stay in one place and stuff like that. Maggie's like, no, I'm actually going to do something. I'm going to go look for Glenn, that type of deal. And she finds him, which is really awesome as well. So we get to see the reunion between the two. Of course, they go to Terminus, and then we have the Terminus kind of event go through here. So I will have to say, Maggie putting the Walker blood on the signs to try to find Glenn, it worked. She found Glenn, so I have to say, good decision for Maggie to do that, to put write the signs with the Walker blood and stuff like that. It worked in the end. So we get to see them at Terminus. We get to see them break out and all that kind of stuff. Not too much for Maggie around this time. We do get the really cool scene between her and Tara, where she says that I was at the prison with the governor, and Maggie's like, wait, you were one of the governor's soldiers? Like, that type of deal. And she says she didn't know who he was and what he could do and all that kind of stuff. So Maggie says, you're here with us now, and, she basically forgives her. So, so they go to D.C., of course, to kind of calm Abraham down in the church. You guys remember when Abraham and Rick were going to go at it in the church? And Glenn's just like, Abraham, you stay the night, and we will go with you, me and Maggie, and Rick's like, no, but they end up leaving anyway. So, I love Rick in Season 5, man, I just gotta say that, I just gotta add that in there. I love Rick in Season 5. The best version of Rick is Season 5 Rick, absolutely. So, we get to see her and Glenn and Tara and a few others go with, Eugene, Abraham, and Rosita at Washington. We find out that Eugene actually does not have the cure, and they kind of go back and stuff like that. And then, of course, she finds out that basically Beth is alive, and then later on that day finds out that she's dead. So definitely you got to feel bad for Maggie there, and definitely a good decision to try her best to get to her sister. And even though it doesn't work out, I mean, she's tried at least. So we get to see her, of course, really depressed around this time, kind of not sure what to do, not sure if she wants to really live or not. And we have Alexandria that slowly comes in. Then I feel like Maggie kind of gets her strength back. Alexandria, she's working with Deanna, all that kind of stuff, and it's pretty cool. Now, she is pregnant around this time as well, so that's why she's not out there helping with the zombie herd that's going for Alexandria in the No Way Out storyline. And we get to see her basically pregnant. She tells Aaron that and all that kind of stuff, and we have the moment where she thinks that Glenn could be dead, or if he's alive, there's no way to get to him, and she kind of breaks down in the sewer and all that kind of stuff. So pretty cool stuff. we get to see the balloons, of course, and she basically, she gets the whole. That's Glenn that put those balloons up there and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, that's cool. So she's up in the guard tower, of course, when all the walkers kind of flood in. Very smart to just stay up there in the guard tower until she can kind of figure something out. So very good decision there, and looking for Glenn, I think was also a very good decision. Very loyal to Glenn, no matter what. I gotta find him. That type of deal. I like that type of stuff, and she wasn't hurting anybody else. It was just her going out there. She wasn't asking anybody to go with her. She really did not want anybody to get hurt. She even told Aaron a couple times, like, Aaron, stay back, stay back, stay back. Like, I'm gonna go. You don't have to. That type of deal. So, I like all that kind of stuff as well. And basically, we have Glenn and Enid that save her. So, I really like that as well. I think that's awesome. And Maggie helps out there as well. She gets off the guard tower and safely as well. And Glenn almost dies, of course, for like the 15th time. And then Abraham and Sasha and Daryl kind of come in and save Glenn. So, pretty cool stuff. So we get to see Maggie, of course, make the deal with Gregory. That's the next thing that she does is kind of make the deal with Gregory to fight the Saviors. And bad decision, because look at where it gets you, So bad decision, holy crap, decision from Maggie to actually make the deal with Gregory to fight the Saviors, because it was her that made the deal. As much as I hate to be the one to say it, somebody has to. She made the deal with Gregory. So, look at where it got them. And honestly, taking out the Saviors in their sleep is something I'm never going to say was a good thing, because honestly, it was not necessary. It wasn't. I know they were trying to just kind of get rid of the threat, but at the same time, things could have been a lot easier for them if they didn't do that. If I'm being honest. So, Negan's upset, of course. He kills, he first off kills Abraham, and then Daryl punches him and he kills, Glenn. But Maggie losing Glenn, yeah, definitely, you gotta feel bad for her, everything with Hilltop. And then this is when Maggie kind of turns into the leader of Hilltop, which I really love as well. She kind of takes over from Gregory. She's like, Gregory, you are a pushover. The Saviors, they're really not, you're not standing your ground. And Maggie takes over from Hilltop, and basically, as soon as Maggie takes over from Hilltop, Hilltop starts fighting against the Saviors, which I think is really cool as well. And basically, we have Gregory that kind of runs to tell on them at Negan's place or whatever, and, whoever fights with the Saviors will not be welcome in the colony, and Negan. And the families will be thrown out, be left to fend for themselves. And he's like, go home now, or you won't have a home to go back to, And basically Maggie's like, you do what you need to do. I don't care. I'm staying here. I'm fighting against Negan. We did not come here just to turn around, especially because of Gregory. That's really so. She takes over Hilltop. She really is an awesome leader. She even actually lets Jesus take in prisoners, which is really cool. She even kills one just to make a point and sends the box to Negan, which I thought was pretty awesome. Pretty badass there. I thought that was pretty cool. She sends the box to Negan and the Saviors, and Negan with like the staple gun, that type of deal. And I thought it was pretty cool. And she basically wants revenge for Glenn, and she doesn't get it. And Rick decides to save him instead. She's mad about that. And this is when I loved Maggie, and this is when she just annoyed me, where basically, one thing I liked is hanging Gregory, because Gregory tried to kill her. That's the thing. Gregory tried to kill her, and she basically gets her revenge, and my God, does she ever. And she locks up Earl, for drinking and all that kind of stuff, lets him out later, but she hangs Gregory and teaches him who's boss, right? So I think that's pretty cool. But, here's the only moment in the Walking Dead series where I've always loved Maggie all the way through, but this is the one moment in the Walking Dead where I'm like, what is she doing? She literally makes Daryl get Rick away from Alexandria. Well, look at where Daryl gets Rick. I'm gonna be the one who says it. I'm gonna be the person here to say it. Look at what happens when Daryl leads Rick away. Rick gets on a horse, and we know what happens after that. He gets injured, he, blows up the bridge, and blah, blah, blah. You guys know. So, that's all Maggie's plan. Daryl, I don't think Daryl himself would have done something like that. But Daryl, his job, Maggie gave Daryl a job to do, keep Rick away from Alexandria so I can kill Negan. Okay, so you keep Rick away, right? You keep Rick away, and he gets hurt, and he dies because of you. And all because of your mission to kill Negan, okay? So, you accomplish that. You get to Alexandria, you're about to kill Negan, and you don't kill Negan. It literally makes your trip pointless. Totally pointless. And Rick pays for it. For what? For Negan to just stay alive like another couple years? you know, it's stuff like this. Like, I'm just like, I try to kind of remain calm, but at the same time, you can't ignore the fact that she is responsible for Rick. I try to kind of deny it at times like this, but I love Maggie. You know, I love her character throughout the entire series. I love everything she did with the prison, farm, Hilltop, everything with Gregory, teaching him who's boss, everything like that. But the Negan pawning Rick off and, trying to go kill Negan and not even killing him, it literally makes me so frustrated because Rick left for nothing. You know, and that's the thing. And, you know, I do kind of find it funny that they never showed Maggie after that, you know, and she's never been in the series all the way up until now. It's like they didn't know how to make her kind of face the rest of the characters after that. So, yeah, I'm sorry, but it is true. So, overall, Maggie's character, aside from Season 9, Episode 4 and Season 9, Episode 5, minus those 2 episodes, I love Maggie's character, and I'm super excited to see her return in the Walking Dead series. I think that her character right now, honestly, in Season 10 has a lot of potential, because, you know, she can really be one of the main characters, you know, in the show again, and I think it's going to be really cool to see. But definitely her bad decisions, you know, there are 2, I'd say. Making the deal with Gregory to fight the Saviors, bad decisions, she brought them into that, and also her leading Rick away, and look at where it got Rick, and she didn't even kill Negan in the end. You know, it's like, it made her mission stupid. Honestly, it really, really did. As much as some people want to deny it, it really made her mission just pointless and stupid. So, anyway, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about Maggie's character? I love her character. I can't wait to see her return in Season 10, Episode 16. I do hope, though, that she does not kill Negan, because if she kills Negan, we're going to have a problem with Maggie. I'm just saying. So, but if she lets Negan go, if maybe we see some kind of intense talk scene between Maggie and Negan, I'll like that. But if she kills Negan, I swear I'm going to be so done with it. I mean that because honestly, I really hope that they keep Negan alive, at least until near the end of the series. You know, if they want to kill Negan near the end of the series, okay, go ahead. You know, they probably will anyway. But please do not have Maggie be the one that kills Negan. I swear, if they have Maggie that kills Negan, I'm going to be so frustrated, you know, and I'm just going to say that now. But anyway, really cool stuff, guys. We've been talking for 17 minutes about Maggie's character. So, definitely that says how amazing of a character she is. I really can't wait to see her return. And I just hope that she leaves Negan alone and that we can, you know, we can move on from that. So anyway, write your comments in the comment section below. Of course, if you're new here, guys, click the subscribe button so I'm sending my Walking Dead videos. Follow Dan's Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.